How are you feeling, Joe? Okay. Hello, everyone. If you have any question, please unmute yourself and ask. I have a couple of questions myself, not from me, but some people have responded and asked a couple of questions. If you have any question on YouTube or in the live, please do respond. There is some personal question. I might respond that question too personally, but see if it's a general. Let me read through it. So, I think this question somebody asking having a VPH or the HPV virus. Is there some health concern that leads sometime to the cancer cells activating, which basically very harmful. A person is asking, can by keeping my body alkaline, virus cannot do anything? Again, when things are very critical and severe, please do consult a doctor or herbalist if you believe in, or Ayurveda doctor. Practicing yoga and pranayam and some kriyas can always keep your body healthy, and they become a supporting element to your health. Personally, I will go for a good Ayurvedic Panchakarma and take herbs and natural as much as possible. Stay away from sugar, alcohol, and bread. If there's any fungus-based virus that one person carries. So if you have any further question regarding, I know that you might be listening on YouTube, please do reach out. We can talk and I can guide you further. This is a bit personal question to respond. I have two more questions. Is freedom unattainable? Is freedom an unattainable imagination of the mind? Does every single human live within a prison they build for themselves. Not every single human lives within the prison, in my opinion. They build for themselves. A reason you practice yoga and meditation to break the prison that created by you, or in a defense created by you for other people, or in a fear it created by you, or insecurity it created by you, or other people created the prison for you to remain in certain identity. You're practicing yoga and meditation to break that prison of the mind. Remember, sometimes the prison can be so subtle. You think that you are free, but you are not free. Other part of the question is freedom and unattainable imagination of the mind. Absolutely not. Freedom is attainable, and it is not imagination of the mind. It is observation and acceptance of mind. Once you start accepting your mind, your senses, your limitations, you creating a possibility to be free. You start accepting people as they are, you're creating a possibility to be not in prison. Freedom is something that may not be seen, but can be witnessed by an individual within themselves. Sometimes I know many people who may not like to work because they are being rebel to the system or rebellious. They think, I want to be free. I am free as long as I'm not part of the system, as long as I'm not paying tax, not having payslips, bank account, or any responsibility of the house, or taxes, or any capacity you can bring into it. I'm free. Free is also not mean you're living like a hippie. There are many hippies, they are not free at all. And there are many people who pretend to be free, but they are not free. So, what is freedom? It's a one person's individual when you are in comfort and total in peace with every sense of your body, or every sense is in peace with your body. Whatever information comes and being produced, you are absolutely 100% happy with it. So, freedom is not being gypsy lifestyle or hippie lifestyle. You can be completely comfortable and having absolutely everything. It's not about not having things. That's not the sign of freedom. You have things, but you are not affected by having them or not having them. I know many people who does not have anything, but the mind is constantly thinking, wish I had that, what would it be like? I would like to have that. They either built a jealousy back to it, they built a negative relationship to it. They still have a relationship, but that relationship comes from resentment. It's coming from anger, with negativity toward it, not with acceptance or peace toward it. So you are actually not free from it. I know their recent encounter I had. There was a person who does not have much money, but all the life chose not to be with money, with no money. But every discussion always lead to the money. So is the person actually really free from not having money? In my opinion, actually not. They're all the time envious, judging other person, how much money somebody has, what they have, how they utilize it. They don't want to have it, but they like to have the benefit of the money. So they are a freedom is very not imagination of mind. It is a relationship of one's own self to the senses. You can be free from that prison that's created by an individual. You can be free. Start practicing Swadharma, acceptance, meditation regularly. Not meditation with the projection of freedom. No. Meditation of self-reality, real-time acceptance. Then I have another question. What is the meaning of Hari Om and when should it be used? You should use Hari Om instead of Namaste or Hello all the time. Where I'm from or where I grew up, everybody used divine name as a greetings to each other, and 24/7 they are calling the very peaceful. Hari means Om is divine. Or Om, a Hari Om is hail to the vibration of universe, Om. So having a gratitude toward to the energy of universe, or the vibration of universe, the sound of universal vibration, should always say it. Rather than saying hello, just say Hari Om. So this question was from somebody who asked on Instagram. Oh, it's my friend from Hawaii. So next question I had. Somebody today asked, is about Atma. What my thought on soul retrieval, do you think part of your soul can be fragmented or lost? And what are the consequences of death? How do you recommend to heal from this if it feels like there is a part of the soul that is missing? I'm struggling. I just want to be right. I was offered a healing like this, but I'm not sure about the healer. I'm sensitive and I don't feel right. I want to work through things, build my strength, and it's always very hard. Do you think the people feed off our souls? There are many concepts. I don't personally feel that people feed off your soul. Your soul is not being served in a dinner or lunch plate. Your energy that your mind, your prana may contribute, or your mind may contribute to other people's mind, which you may call it soul. Your soul can never have any missing parts. Your soul is always wholesome. Your mind may be fragmented. Your thought or your connection toward your soul may be fragmented or may be missing, not having a good understanding about your own Atman. If you remember in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord Krishna says, your soul was never born. And something that have never born can never die. And that something have never born, never die, can never have any problems. So all the problems happens is in the relationship to your own soul as an individual. Since your mind is in a state of own self-doubt in present circumstances, so better I will recommend you a meditation, a deep, good meditation every day, rather than a healer trying to heal your soul or retrieving your soul. Where is the soul gone? It's inside you all the time. But if the healer says that I will help your mind to build a relationship to your soul, that I can understand. But healer trying to retrieve your soul as if the soul is drowning, that is not, I am a bit doubtful about it, personally. And nobody can feed off your soul, I can promise you that much. Because when you are open and receptive, you feel abundance. And when your soul is connected to the abundance, you become part of abundance. Remember, there is one sloka, Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasisyate. That is the one of the sloka in one of the Upanishads. You come from whole, you remain whole. whole merge back into the whole. So actually, you never become fragmented. You remain always absolutely 100%. But your mind, your relationship to your inner self, relationship to your inner Atma, relationship to your inner truth, relationship to the divine within you, the energy within you, that can be fragmented. So all the purpose, all the work, all the meditation, all the spiritual activities one do to strengthen that relationship. So your mind remain whole, available 100% all the time to yourself. So personally, answer to your question, soul cannot be fragmented or lost. Only your mind can be. When your mind is lost in the stories of its own creation, then you start creating the doubt about even your own presence, your own divine presence within you, the Buddha within you. So you start searching for that soul elsewhere, rather than you sit in meditation or whatever you are doing. If you are doing karma yoga, continue doing karma yoga, you will find it. And the healer, I can guarantee you 100%, cannot heal your soul or help you find your soul. May give you a tool, is the person saying, I will heal your soul. Heal your mind, the different story. But heal your soul, that is not possible because soul cannot be damaged. Do you think people feed off our soul? I believe nobody can feed on your soul. I have one more question. Where is Samskaras, Yogi? Where is Samskaras? When you die, become ghost, is your Samskara stay with you? Very strange question. Ghost and Samskaras combined. Remember, in Sanskrit, we don't have a word ghost, we have ghost bhoot. Bhoot is also used word for past. What you call it past, we call it also a bhoot. Bhutkal means past time. Kal is time, is samay. Bhoot is a ghost. As one person building the memory, the visuals, the understanding, and projecting that understanding of bhoot or the ghost or imagination, or you can call it spirit. Remember, past only can haunt people about their own self, but past cannot haunt other people. If I am affected by my past, that will affect in the present other people. But my past cannot affect other people if I'm not affected by it. In my personal opinion, there is not a single place on the earth where the somebody have not died. Not a single place. You will find it everywhere somebody have died. Yet, people are very scared and skeptical of only areas where they bury the dead body. I have lived, personally, I have lived. There was no house I had to sleep. There's beautiful stone people make in the graveyard, you know, the nice pillars and beautiful roof on it. That was the best place to meditate. Nobody can go there disturb you. I stayed in there. I have never got any ghost come near me and never seen one. So, and especially when you are meditating, you are more open and more receptive. Every guard is down, but not a single spirit came and have a word with me. Maybe they found me not that weak in my mind. So remember, once the spirit, the subtle body leaves the body, collects all the karma. Can you imagine the amount of suffering you have had in the body? And in the community, society you have lived on, would you like to still hang around it? I wouldn't. If I have had a hard time and dying. Dying, leaving the body is not very easy job. It's very painful and very suffering for the soul or the spirit or to the mind. Would like to leave immediately, say, continue my journey. I'm going. Happy. But as many people like to create the story, many people like to, it becomes a good business for all the fear factor for many people. There was somebody asking today in TTC, is what happened to the karma? Your karmas are your ghost. Other people's karmas is a ghost to themselves. They continue to living the life according to their karma. You continue living your life according to your karma. I have one more question came through. Namaste, Yogi. Can you please tell whether it is true that people who wear tight clothes are more attached to their ego? Hence, loose clothes mean there's a space between ego and your true self. That question can be answered in several ways, my friend. One question is, I am unfit, unhealthy, and have a massive amount of unhealthy muscles on my body, and I'm wearing a tight clothes. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be looking very attractive and pretty. I would be looking a little bit off-putting. So I can understand where this question may be coming from. When people wearing the loose clothes, you can hide everything inside. It's almost like wearing a burqa. And nobody knows how beautiful person is inside. So less ego, but nobody can see it. Hence, loose clothes means there's a space between ego and your true self. In that case, if somebody living in the house, bigger house, and tiny body inside, there's a lot of space between the body and the walls. Means there's a lot of space between ego and the body. And personally, if you're asking my opinion, no ego means more tighter clothes. Perfect fit. There is no space even to stretch it. Like basically not even wearing the clothes means no ego. Naked. You were born with perfect clothes that stretch with you all the time. As long as you are decorating your body, doesn't matter if it's loose clothes or tight clothes, there is an ego, an identity. That is my personal opinion. So anybody saying that you're wearing a tight clothes means you are attached to ego, and you wear loose clothes like sari or dhoti means you have a lot more space between your true self and ego. True self is not the body. And when you wear loose clothes, there will be a space between your clothes and your physical body. Your physical body is not true self, point one. Second, and the clothes make absolutely no difference to your true self. I know many monks and babas, they don't even wear a clothes at all. They're wearing a totally tight cloth, which is their skin, to their true self. They don't even feel the clothes basically tight. They feel like totally naked. So you're wearing tight clothes means you are feeling your own nakedness personally. Like living like a monk wearing only a little piece of cloth to cover his private bits and covering his body with S. You know, the most monks, when they put the vibhuti on their whole body, that is the clothes for them. Very thin layer of clothes, means wearing tight skin clothes. So attachment to the body is less. Should yoga be practiced in loose clothes, or it doesn't matter? Personally, it makes absolutely no difference as long as you can move when you're wearing clothes. Yet, must wear clothes in yoga if you are practicing in the public, that as long as you are comfortable with your body and other people are not getting offended and you don't mind offending other people, you can wear whatever you like. I have seen people doing yoga in a mini skirts with no underpants inside. And went into headstand, and then they would call it wardrobe malfunction, and then come back immediately out from headstand. Very well-known person one day came to the restorative class, and we do the leg stretch part, and they were facing the entire class. It was summertime in London, and you know what happens? That was a very difficult situation. Person doesn't really mind, but other people felt very uncomfortable. They had to ask the person, please can you turn around? We don't want to look at you naked. There's been many of my students who don't wear underpants. And when they sit down in lotus and cross leg, the entire private bits are visible. They're wearing very loose clothes. So again, as long as you don't feel self-conscious while you're practicing asanas. Remember, when you're practicing asanas or yoga and you feel self-conscious, you're likely to injure your body. You're likely to hurt yourself. Or you're wearing clothes to show off how attractive, pretty, beautiful, One is looking. Doesn't matter. Somebody is looking or not looking. You are likely to again lose your focus. There is nothing wrong looking beautiful and attractive and wonderful. But intention, as during the yoga, at the time when you're doing asanas, yoga, your awareness and intention have to be with yoga and meditation, not for other people. So, personally, yoga should be practiced naked if you are in your own private space. Sooner or later, you have to drop all the clothes. In Bhagavad Gita, it says, your soul dropping the clothes, which is your body, and wearing the new clothes for next life. So, attachment to the clothes is totally irrelevant in relation to ego and in relation to yoga. But somebody took last time my same comment, now start teaching only naked yoga. Is two of my dear students doing that. They're only teaching naked yoga. They say, Yogi said it. But I said it to be naked, not just live naked. Not just only practice yoga naked, practice yoga to be naked. So you are at least naked in front of your own eyes, in your own self. I had a Guruji, and he never wore clothes, as far as I remember, till he left his body. When I met him, he was not wearing clothes. When he used to come in public giving lecture, he may have a piece of cloth in his lap, but he never wore clothes in his life. He said, why do I need to wear clothes? I was not born with suitcase. So that was his clear statement. So yoga have absolutely no relevance to your ego. And personally, if you want to wear clothes where that makes you feel good in your own self. So that is my personal opinion. People who doesn't wear clothes and comfortable tight clothes because they feel self-conscious in them. Can you imagine me, or not me personally, I know somebody who have a men boobs, start wearing a tight shirt, will look a bit awkward. So the person say, I should wear a very loose shirt, it's good enough. I have a friend who will not even wear a check shirt because that shows his belly. He said, I should wear only long stripe that makes me look thin. Again, he want to wear a loose shirt with a long stripe to make him look thin. So clothes are absolutely irrelevant to your ego, to your true self. Don't buy into that. But make sure the clothes are comfortable, not provocative. The person who might be saying that because they don't want their mind to be tested. People want you to look unattractive so they don't have to worry about their own mental strength of stimulation to disturb their sadhana. That is the main religion or the main problem with organized religion. They will dump their problem on somebody else. That's where the problem happens. On that note, I believe that is enough for today. We'll see you next week.